To the week ahead in finance now, and joining me is Scott Phillips, the Chief Investment Officer at Motley. Full evening, Scott. Inflation, jobs, wages, they'll be in the spotlight this coming week, but it all kicks off when Market releases its survey on conditions in the manufacturing sectors.
Pete, good evening. It certainly does, and it's going to be a really fascinating one to watch. Not only manufacturing, but the services sector as well. And those are going to probably be two different sets of numbers. The market is expecting a small retraction in the amount of manufacturing work done, but a meaningful and frankly very welcome uptick in the services sector. That obviously means people at work. It means good news for businesses, and it should mean good news for the economy as well. The
ABS will release the wage price index on Wednesday, something the Reserve Bank Governor will no doubt be keeping a very close eye on.
Yeah, wages and inflation are really in a two-way race now to see what will drive interest rates up and when. Obviously, the governor and frankly most of us would like it to be wages rather than prices. And it looks like a small uptick again across the board, both year on year and probably as importantly quarter on quarter. Year-on-year numbers, of course, are really difficult to read right now because January 2021 was a strange thing, as was February. So it's a little bit difficult to look at that. When you look at sequential increases as well, if both those are showing positive signs, it really does point to strong economic recovery. I don't know if it'll be enough to make the RBA move just yet, but it might give them some comfort if they do have to go because of inflation, that at least wages are on the move as well.
We're also heading towards the tail end of earnings season, and there are some big names set to report this week.
Yeah, there really are. So Rio Tinto, probably the largest and certainly the largest gain expected. Analysts apparently expecting a 21% increase in earnings year on year. Big cost control measures, big volume measures, and the price, of course, while it's been all over the place, was pretty good for much of that last half. So a big move there. Coles and the Woolworths spin-off Endeavour Drinks will report next week as well. People are expecting a decline. That's probably a reasonable decline. Remember, of course, this time last year, the supermarkets had double-digit sales growth, which never happens in normal times. So it will be a decline. The size of that decline, though, will be what the market's focusing on.
And before we go, what can investors expect when the market opens here tomorrow?
But, you know, I like to finish with a positive, but I can't, unfortunately. The Wall Street market finished down 0.75% on Friday night, or Friday night our time at least. We're expecting a decline of just under 1% for the ASX tomorrow. We do tend to follow the US lead, so as long as there's no major changes between then and now. Tomorrow, unfortunately, will be a day in the red.
Scott Phillips, Chief Investment Officer from Motley. As always, thank you for joining us on the Late News. Have a good week.
You're very kind. Thanks, Peter.